Hey everybody, Alex Deploy here from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to be looking at a new trend analyzer tool that is very pertinent to the current market conditions. Now when you join our Expert Forex Premium Forex Trading Forum, you get access to the most amazing trading tools, and I'll just very quickly give you an idea of those tools, because this particular one I'm going to show you today is going to be part of those tools. So firstly, we provide a few EAs, and here they are: so the spaghetti trader, the RSI trendline trader, and so on, all going down there. These are free downloads when you are a member of this premium forum. Those are the EAs, and then we have a whole lot of indicators, fantastic indicators. Here's, for instance, this should be an EA. It's $1 million trader. That's the EA that traded accounts to well over $1 million a couple of times. There's the divergence trader there. There's the candle pattern finder, the spaghetti indicator or trader. There's a whole lot of things, but as you can see, huge amount of EAs, huge amount of indicators, and this one will be added to this group. So let's have a look at the trend analyzer tool. Now, when you look at a chart like I am looking at right now, you can see some trends. For instance, there's a high, there's a low. So there's a trend, then it goes up, there's a trend that way, and so on. But it's very difficult to see these trends with your naked eye and to appreciate the movement that takes place. So what I like doing is I like loading an indicator called the zigzag indicator. It joins the important turning points in the market and it will show you the more important trends that occur. And there you can see it. And it is a free indicator. All you do is you go insert indicators, custom, and there we are, zigzag. And that is it. You just put it on the chart and you'll get this zigzag indicator. So that gets your eye into seeing the actual trends that take place. We've then improved on this one, and only slightly, by putting in the values into this indicator. So let's go and have a look at that. And here we have values, and what we've also done is we put the times at which these turning points occur, because certain traders want to have a look at the actual times when turning points happen in the market. And you'll see there'll be a lot of common times. But the most important thing here is that it actually gives you the size. And let me just fix this one. And that's a lot better now with the blue. So you can see now we've added a lot more information. Now you can see that this trend going down here was 90 pips. That trend going up there was 230 pips. That one going down there was 67 pips, and then it went up 200 pips. So it really adds a lot more information to the trader, and we can now see some trends. And what you can do is you can flip it through the various time frames and see them in different time frames. For instance, there's the daily one. Here the trends obviously are a lot higher: 400, 200, 400, 100, and so on. So this tool is actually very handy to see the size of the trends that occur. Now, why do we want to see the size of the trends that occur? Firstly, we have a number of EAs that use the profit retrieval processes. In other words, if it starts going in the wrong direction, we want to know how far it can go in the wrong direction. And that's quite important to know. And why do you want to know how far it's going to go in the wrong direction? Because the profit retrieval process uses a top-up process, and you want to top up in an economical basis. For instance, if you only want to have a maximum of 8 open trades, and you know that the maximum trend that you can see is 400 pips, then you know that 400 divided by 8 is the top-up size you want to use. Now that's pretty important, as I said, for profit retrieval processes, and that is why we've even expanded on this concept by doing a tool that looks at the whole market in one go. So let's go and have a look at this tool. And here it is. At the moment, it doesn't have an official name, but we could look at it as the trend analyzer. But what it then does is it says, okay, let's look back at the zigzag legs. And in this case, we select, oh, we're going to look back in 16 will be the look back for the legs, 16 legs back. And then we say, all right, what is the average leg size for a buy transaction? In other words, a leg that's going up. And what is the average size of a sell leg that's going down? And then what is the average overall? And then here is the big one. What is the biggest leg that we have encountered in the last 16 cycles? And there we have the longest legs there. It says the longest leg was a sell leg, and it was 1,000 pips. Now that's huge. Is you can make it smaller if you want. You can change the color if you want. You can do all kinds of things to it. So, and so let's just put it back to black and white, and let's make it nice and big. So let's have a look at what's happening in the market at the moment. And why we're looking at this is that the market is in a total mess at the moment. There are incredible trends happening, and it is messing with traders tremendously. And we are actually experiencing some blown accounts because of the fact that the trends that are occurring right now are way above average. When I say way, they are 4 or 5 or even 6 times higher than average. So let's have a look at some of those trends. So there, what you see is two tables. The one is a slow table, and the other one is fast. In other words, it's less sensitive, more sensitive. So this one will show you faster trends, more trends, and this one will show you less trends. So let's have a look at what information we can get from here. And I'm going to focus on the longest column at this stage. So we can see that for the pound yen, and this is the 4-hour time frame, you can flip through the daily, the weekly, the 1 hour, whichever time frame, but I find the 4-hour very representative to the profit retrieval process. So I focus on the 4-hour, and it's basically saying when you plan to trade the pound yen, you must plan for a trend of 1,000 pips. And there it is, 1,000 there and 1,000 there. So therefore, when you plan your gap sizing, which is one of the key settings in that, and you say, for instance, okay, I only want at most 10 open trades when I trade the profit retrieval process, then you say, oh, well, if the biggest trend is that big, I must probably need a gap size of 100. As simple as that. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is if you look at the averages, the average buy, the average sell, the combined average, and suddenly you look at the longest one, that is what is happening right now. We are experiencing trends that are 3 times, and you'll see some that are, there's a 4 time its normal size. The trends are enormous at the moment, and that is why this is important. So firstly, you can see, you can use that to guide yourself as to what kind of grid sizes we can look at. The other thing is to say, oh no, these guys up here are too dangerous to trade. They are trading huge trends. I only want to trade trends that at the most go 300 pips. So there we are. So immediately it gives you the information. It says these currencies down here only have at the most over the last 32, because that's we've got to count the buy and the sell legs. Over the last 32 legs, the biggest movement was 299. So that already gives you a good indication of your safety. You can start planning to have at the most maybe a 300 pip trend, and you can see which ones are the safest, because they have very little and small trends. So that is what I like about this indicator. It allows you to do currency selection, grid sizing, because of that information that you're using, and also it tells you which currencies to stay away from, which ones are dangerous. You can see the huge jump. For instance, the average was 188. The longest one was 700. That's like 3.5 times the average. The trends that we're experiencing at the moment are huge. Okay, so what else can we see from here? Firstly, you can see that if the buy legs are bigger than the sell legs, there we are. So you can see that the euro yen overall had a buy bias. And if we look down here, the Aussie New Zealand 82, so that also, because that's higher than that, that has a buy bias. Also, the biggest leg was a buy of 170 and 173, and on a more faster basis, the trends are shorter, and the biggest buy was 142. Now, if you want to see this detail on a chart, and what I've got here, let's just have a look. And what I've opened here is the Aussie Yen 4-hour chart, and we're looking at the, let's see how that fits into the overall situation. So Aussie Yen is one of the most volatile ones because it's right at the top here. It's the one to stay away from. Let's have a look at there. Aussie Yen, yes, 1,000 pip trends, and then look at the sensitive ones, only got a 700 pip trend. So let's have a look at the actual chart. So to do that, I just fold the table away, and it's folded away now, and here I can see the Aussie Yen. Now you'll see there are pink numbers and blue numbers. The blue ones are the slow ones. The red ones are the fast ones. So it's more sensitive. So it says the trend was that much, 480. Then it had a retracement of 120. Then it went down another 600. Whereas the less sensitive ones just said, oh, it went down 1,000. So that's how this chart looks. And you can, as I say, you can actually flip it around, flip it through the time frames. It will update immediately, and there's another time frame. You can do to the daily, and there you can see, the daily, which captures the more major ones and the more or less the same kind of moves. So it's measuring both zigzag movements in one chart and giving you the actual size of the movement. So the trends that we are experiencing at the moment are abnormal. Here you can see the normal trends, and now we're experiencing the abnormal ones. So the idea of today was just to introduce you to this tool. It will be launched most probably in the next week. We're going to add a lot more information into those boxes that you see there. It is premature to make this video, but it's very important to let people understand that we are experiencing abnormal trends at the moment, and they are very dangerous. The market is very volatile, but at the same time, there are lots of opportunities if you choose the correct currencies. And this is what this tool will say is, stay away from those currencies. They are mad. Trade these currencies. They are stable. So please watch out for emails or future videos about the Trend Analyzer. So if you're not already a member of the Premium Forum, join the forum. Go and access those fantastic free tools. This one will be added pretty soon, and you can really enjoy the benefits of the Premium Forum. From me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.